Well, hello there. So, fiction, stories, those things were always very important to humanity. Creating and telling stories has inspired us to conquer, achieve goals, and it has taught us valuable lessons. However, in the modern world, we are suffering from an overload of fiction. People are completely losing themselves in illusions, in fake stories, surrounding themselves with soulless media, video games, TV shows, movies, fiction books, you name it. People just wish to use those things to escape from the reality that surrounds us, because the world that we live in is sick. Humanity is sick, and most people just don't want to confront that fact. They simply run away. They don't fight. I myself was no different, even just a year ago. I spent my days wasting away in front of a computer screen, playing video games, watching the same movies over and over again, watching TV shows, just trying to forget about how terrible and pointless my life is. I didn't fight. I tried to run away, but running away never works. Those distractions never made me feel any better. The internet was definitely the biggest one of those distractions for me, especially YouTube. Videos not too dissimilar to this one, but mostly pointless videos. And that is why I decided to start a YouTube channel, to make videos such as this one, so that maybe people who are right now, like I was a year ago, will stumble onto them, and hopefully it will help them. It will help to make the world a better place. This video is a plea to anybody who is suffering from hating reality and wanting to run away and losing themselves in media, in fake stories, in fantasy. The truth is that life is greater than any simulation that you could ever devise, and by running away from it, by not confronting what is bothering you, you are committing the greatest crime, the greatest sin possible. Wasting your life for the sake of illusions is the greatest sin. And you need to stop, get out and fight. I know it's hard. Believe me, I know that better than most people. But do you really want to waste away for the sake of soulless media that's not actually doing what you would like it to do? In the contrary, it's making everything worse, both for your body and mind and your soul. It's making you dumber, and it's making you less healthy. You are becoming weak and frail, and your senses are dulling. If you've been going through your life lost in illusions, and you suddenly decide to turn your back to fantasy, facing reality will hurt. It will be very, very painful to you. You will suffer a lot. But it's the only way. There's nothing else. You have to do it, because otherwise it will be worse. It is the only way. Simply start by asking yourself the question, why? Why is it that you and so many other people want to run away from this reality and lose themselves in fiction? Why do they fantasize about the things that they are fantasizing about? And how does that differ from reality? Why do people want to run away? Once you start asking yourself those questions, you will eventually find a path. You might stumble on the road, take some wrong turns, or stop in your tracks, not being able to find answers, but But I believe that I myself have found the answers to all these questions, and I will be using this YouTube channel to share my ideas with the world and with you, if you so choose to listen. I am not saying that humanity should stop fantasizing and telling stories. What I am saying is that you should use your fantasies to make your mark on the world. Stories should inspire you to action, not distract you from your life, not consume you entirely. I know, of course, that everybody already realizes that this world is not as it should be, and that everybody has their own ideas why that is the case. But if you would like to listen to my ideas, I'm available. Everything that's wrong with humanity comes down to a single thing. Our race, human beings, have a tendency of dealing with ideas rather than with reality. Ideas that are most often not aligned with reality, going against it, which creates misery. And there's also abstraction. Our minds are capable of abstract thinking, which is an extremely useful tool that makes us human, but also has a capacity for great evil. There are six different aspects to this. Evil things created by abstraction. And those things are madness, evil technology, conformism, overprotectiveness, decadence, and cold, soulless calculation, which can be described as striving for not true perfection, not true beautiful perfection, but some corrupted version of it. And those are the things that, in the end of the day, it all comes down to. Why people want to run away. Not only run away to fiction, but ultimately, most extremely, run away into nothingness. Suicide. Not being able to handle all of it anymore. What I mean by madness is more broad than most people consider it to be. Madness is the human abstraction going haywire, becoming detached from reality and starting to come up with its own reality that is fake. Evil technology is all that which requires great intellect to be created, but in the end of the day it only serves to make all lives of all living beings worse. Conformism is self-explanatory. It's just people conforming into evil societies and doing evil deeds simply because everybody else is doing them. Decadence is born in the detachment from reality, in an overabundance of resource, but lack of soul, lack of any meaning. When people try to come up with their own different little quirks to try to give their lives some meaning. Let's see, where was I? Cold soulless calculation, like I said, is striving not for the true beautiful perfection, but for a corrupt soulless version of it, which renders the world dead and ugly. And overprotectiveness is that which is done out of love and a desire to keep a loved one safe, but only resulting in harming that loved one and making them weak and dependent on you. Those 6 aspects are the demons created by human abstraction, and they are ultimately the things that make people miserable and makes them want to run away. I will be most likely elaborating on this in future videos. I have also written a short text that describes all of it in great detail, and I will be sharing that text in the future, not just yet. I'll wait until I get some actual following, because as of now I have 4 subscribers and one of them is my own account, so not all that well. I hope that will change. I very much hope that will change in the future. So, to summarize and finish the video: stop playing video games, stop watching movies, stop reading fantasy novels, stop watching TV shows, try to figure out what's wrong with your life, fight instead of running away, and that's it. That's pretty much it. Just become a part of this world instead of wanting to die and be a part of a different world, because you never will be. You are here and now, and if you waste your life now, you'll never get a second chance. So, I believe that is all for now. See you in the future.